this one is a box of Aeroplan Servaj. And then here is the case. You open it. Look at this beauty. Here on the lid, you have the Italian story of Aeroplan Servaj. Aeroplan Servaj means it's in the middle from crazy aeroplane to wild aeroplane. And in the end, it was reflecting the character of Domenico Clerico by himself. Inside, you have the collection. Let's taste the classic white one. 2016 we are talking, another thing that is super important. Super important because it's a classic vintage. After 2010, in Langa probably has been one of the best vintages. So for us right now, it's a great mix of vintage because we have Percristina 2010 and all the other Barolo are 2016. Aeroplan Servaj is the only wine that we make outside of our village. It's a kind of spin-off for us. That is the reason why the labeling is so different from the rest of our range. This one comes from Baudana. It's the north part of the village of Serralunga d'Alba. In the south part, you have the austere part of Serralunga. In the north part, are much more in the elegant side, and the timings are super smooth and super interesting. Also to drink young. This is what I like about our Aeroplan Servaj. The color is fantastic also right now. It's like a carpet in front of a fire pit in your country house. It's super smooth, super silky. The texture, you feel that the wine, it's rich in your mouth, but then in the other side, it's never going to hurt you. It's never going to disturb you. Tannins are fantastic because you can also drink the glass like this. Barolo, there is this idea that you must match it with something and match it with a big stick or what else. This one is one of those Barolo that you can also drink for the aperitivo and just enjoy a glass like a white Burgundy. This is the beauty of the north part of Serralunga d'Alba, especially of Baudana where we have the vineyard. So 2016, enjoy it. Percristina, it's the most iconic wine that we make. This beautiful bottle is the most important Barolo that we make from Mosconi crew. Right now we have on the market the 2010. It's probably the best vintage in the last century, so let's taste it together. Let's open it. You straight see the color. It's 10 years old. Every time that you taste a wine with 10 years, think about what you used to do during that period. Think about 2010. Maybe it was your previous job, your previous wife, your previous husband. It was a completely different moment for you. And in the meantime, Domenico and his wife Giuliana, they were picking the fruit to make this wine. 10 years. For a wine is nothing, but for a person, it's a long time. Every time what surprised me about this wine, how a Barolo is able to age. It's super fresh. And then in the other side, you have all those tannins who are getting velvety, super smooth. But then the potential of this wine is incredible. It's able to stay in the bottle for 13 years. This one, after 10 years, we want to release it from our winery in order to guarantee you the quality of the product. So in the moment that you taste something that comes straight from our cellar, is because for us it's good in that moment. It's now that this wine is starting to breathe. Mosconi is a great crew for that reason, because it's able to give you the roundness and the velvety tannins. And then in the other side, you have always this kind of like orange zest, orange blood. It's super interesting in that part of Mosconi. It's probably the quantity of sand that there is inside of that hill, just in front of Ginestra, always in Monforte. Right now, as I told you, the orange zest start to come out, plus the blueberry and a little bit of mintiness. The 2010 for us was a great vintage, like for all the rest of the Barolo. So I hope that you are going to enjoy this wine unless in under 10 years. But as I told you, the production is super limited because we make from 2,000 to 3,000 bottles of this wine. In general, this wine that will be on the market will be just a bunch of bottles. So make sure to be able to have a bottle of this and enjoy in the next 10 years. Cheers, guys. The sun is going down here in Monforte. Ciao, ragazzi.